Hey, everybody, welcome to the open forum right here with Grant Napier. Hope you're doing well. Middle of the week. Knicks go up 2-love on Philly. How hard would it be to be a Philly fan and with Joel Embiid? You don't know whenever the guy is going to play. Going to play, not going to play, going to play, not going to play. Obviously, when he does play, they're a different team. Just go ask the Boston Celtics. When he doesn't play, and I thought tonight's game was a good game, but the Knicks were able to hold on and win. Again, they take a 2-0 lead going back home. But seriously, all right, 108-102, a tight game with about 2 minutes left. It was up for grabs. But no Joel Embiid. No Joel Embiid. And you're not going to beat the Knicks without Embiid. Sorry, not going to happen. Spurs and Timberwolves, their game is halfway through a low-scoring first quarter right now with 5:52 left, and it is 13-12 in favor of San Antonio. They've got to win this game. No way you can go back home down to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, again, I don't like to say it's a must-win game in game 2, but it's a must-win game. All right? Let's just call it the way it is. How about the San Francisco Giants? 9 games. 9 games out of first place. 9. What happened to my, there we go. 9. I mean, what's got to happen with the Giants? They score 1 run again, and they're lost. They're lost. I don't even know if this is going to turn into an embarrassment. Seriously. A's lose again. That's 2 losses in a row for them. But seriously, are the Giants becoming an embarrassment with that anemic lineup? Poorly constructed lineup? Just, if you're a Giants fan, you got to be wondering what the heck is going on. Lunch break again. Thank goodness. Knicks win. Teams without their star players usually play harder. Well, you should never have a problem playing hard in the playoffs. Like, that should never be like because you don't have a star player, you're playing harder. All right? All right, hockey. Buffalo beats Montreal 4-2 to take a 1-0 lead in that series. Vegas and Anaheim, I got it on 5 minutes into the first period. The Ducks have pretty much had a power play for most of the first period. They've already had 2 power plays. They're on a third, and they have not yet been able to score. They've had some really good chances, but still no score with 1:37 left to go on a power play. How are you, John? The Giants are embarrassing. Why would you want to go and watch that team play right now where you can't even barely score? Seriously. Like, you can barely score. Terrible. Giving up on Tyler Fitzgerald wasn't a good move. He was a legit player. Even yesterday, you got a nice lead. You're up 4-1, Logan Webb. And then after the game, Logan was very blunt about being taken out of the game. He said, I shouldn't have even been in. I was horsebleed. He goes, I was terrible. So Anaheim's going to have a 5-on-3 advantage here. And they're determining whether it's a minor or a 5-minute high stick penalty that caused blood. So a 5-on-3 for 1:37. And if Anaheim does not score here, they're in deep trouble. So I gave Buster Posey a chance last year because it was his year as president of baseball operations, but I am starting to doubt him. You should start doubt it all. I'm a Dodgers fan. I had more fun watching the Dodgers lose last night than the Giants game I've seen so far this year. Dodgers have not exactly been playing very well. They just have not. All right, so Ducks are 5-3 in Vegas. And again, the game earlier, Buffalo wins by the score of 4-2. Timberwolves trying to go 2 up in San Antonio. 17-14 Spurs. All right, fire away. What do you want to talk about? Hit me up. All right. Get the questions rolling. We'll have a lot of fun. Hope you had a chance to watch the Kings Court with Rhino and Sacktown. Said the Ducks had a difficult time capitalizing shots on goal game 1. Yeah, the Vegas defense really bottled them up. They really bottled them up. And the Ducks still controlling the puck on their 5-on-3, but they have not been able to beat Connor Hart. And there's 25 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Very important they scored. A lot of times when teams fight off a 5-on-3 successfully, they get a lot of momentum. And it can be a real, momentum changer. And it looks like they're going to kill off the 1 penalty. And there's 2:20 left on the major, the 5-minute major. So it's 5-on-4 for another 2:20. We'll see if the Ducks can score. Do I have any thoughts about Ted Turner passing away? The guy was a pioneer. CNN, the Atlanta Braves. I mean, pretty amazing when you think about the life and the legacy of Ted Turner. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. What is it that you don't get? Why do I have to explain this to you? Ryan's show is on at 3. My show is on at 7. So he's got his show at 3. I've got my show at 7. Will we be doing shows together? When it is warranted, yes, we will. Okay? We're going to be doing every Kings post-game show when the season starts. There are going to be draft specials and things of that nature. And when the sports news justifies us doing a show together, we'll do a show together. I don't understand why this is so hard for people to grasp. I really don't. We've been doing this for years now. Ryan does the Kings Court, and he was doing it until he started working with me in radio. And now he's back doing the Kings Court at 3 every day. And I'm doing this show at 7. And again, yes, we'll be doing shows together from time to time. Can I ask you a question? Why is it so hard to understand what we're doing? And I really mean that. Just follow us, subscribe to the channel, follow me on X, follow Ryan on X, and you'll always know when we're going to be doing shows. All right? No, I'm not bitter. It's just that, what the hell is so hard to understand? If he's on at 3 and I'm on at 7, what do you think we're doing? It has nothing to do with being bitter. I am just blown away at some of the questions I get as it relates to what we're doing. It seems pretty damn simple to me. Ted Turner may help save the NBA in the early 80s. He may have. With live NBA telecasts as opposed to tape delay, the major networks providing. Very good point. No, I'm not doing a rant. It's not a rant. Hey, I'll tell you what. If you think I'm an old timer, go watch somebody else. You think I give a damn? Go turn the damn channel. Seriously. Get a brain in your head, too, while you're at it. Seriously. Said, Grant, you have no idea how this felt to have the rug pulled out and you don't care. What do you mean I don't care? What do you mean I don't care? Why would you say something like that? Why would you say something like that? Why would you say that? Seriously. Simple, yet shocking, and you did not comment on that. I don't understand your question. Can you elaborate? Are you referring to my radio show? Or what? I'm sorry. What are you referring to? I don't understand. I'm actually liking this now. Well, good. I'm happy that you're liking it. That's good. That's good. Boy, I'll tell you, Vegas has been dominated here in the first period. They're now at even strength, and they are scoreless. You know what? I act like the show ending is ho hum. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to cry on camera for you? Do you want me to, like, it's not a big deal to me. Like, I'm in the, how do I want to say this? Like, I don't worry about things that I can't control. I worry about things that I can control. I can't control a corporation's decisions as it relates to budget cuts and things of that nature. Okay? Like what do you want me to do? Like, you want me to sympathize with your feelings or what's going through your mind? Like, why would I fret over something that I can't control? I have no decision. I have no power in what companies do. I'm an employee. And the radio business is going to be extinct soon. It's going to be gone. There's going to be no more talk radio. It's a dying industry. This is happening all over the country. It is. It's a dying breed. It's a dying industry because of shows like this. So, like, you're expecting to get a reaction from me. And I understand it might be a shock. I accept that. I get that. But, like, I did a show on Monday right after we were supposed to be off the air. I came on Monday and Ryan was on with me. And I thought we explained it as best we could. So, like, I appreciate the sport. I appreciate the fact that you as a listener think it sucks and it's hard to accept. I appreciate that. I really do, more than you know. But, like, I'm not sure what type of reaction you want to get from me. I really don't. I would love to be able to cater to each and every one of your needs, and I mean that. And I wish that I could have the power to make decisions that would affect people like you and your entertainment and your enjoyment and what you like to listen to, but I don't. So, you know what? I control what I can control. And that's doing shows on YouTube and X and doing post-game shows. And now, maybe we'll go back and start doing halftime shows again. I don't know. I don't know if that's a little too much. I don't know if the audience wants that. So we are trying to provide two separate shows, which are different, in the King's Court and this show. And as I said, we will be doing shows together from time to time. And if you subscribe to the channel, you'll always know what we are doing and when we're going to be on. You know what? Let me explain something to you. The worst thing you can do is speculate on why the show ended. That's the worst thing you can do, because a message like this, okay, couldn't be further from the truth. It had absolutely nothing to do with anything that we discussed on the air. So, like, if you're thinking that you're like, you have too much time on your hands, don't even go there, because you're wrong. Okay? Seriously, don't even go there. Hey, guess what? Thank you for that. I am happy. I really am. I'm being very serious now. I am happy. I told you this, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm not going to be too repetitive. I feel really bad for Ryan. And I feel bad for Ryan because he had his first job in radio, and I thought he was doing a great job. And I was really proud of him. And he's been kicked to the curb. I'm going to be fine. I mean, I'm not wasn't planning on doing that show for very long anyway. It was a a short window that I had blocked out of my mind for doing the show. And then my goal was to turn the keys and give the keys to the car to him and let him do the show, which would not have been my decision. So I feel bad for him. I am really happy. I am really happy that we have this format. And I talk to Ryan every day. He loves doing this format, and he does a really good job. His show's a lot different than mine. You know, his show is really well produced, and he has a lot of good elements on his show. You know, my show's more of a reactionary show. So I like talking about the games that are on, right? Like, for instance, Spurs on top 24-17 at the end of one. Think about the low scoring there, 24-17 at the end of one. And Fox, who's got to play better, had a really good first quarter with 9 points. Really good. 24-17 at the end of one. You know, I like talking about what's going on with the Giants and the A's, who obviously are in our city. I like talking about games that were just played. I like following live games like right now. Ducks and Knights, no score in the first period. So, like, I like all of that, all right? I love this. There's a good guy deep down there, I can tell. That's very funny, actually. Said Ryan has a lot of skills and has grown incredibly. He's not you, though, and so your absence is felt. Well, my absence is how do I want to say this? I don't have an absence. I'm going to be on with you 5 days a week. Will there be exceptions? Yeah. If I have a travel day, if I have to be on an airplane and I can't reschedule the show to earlier because of logistics, then there might be a point in time where I don't do a show. But, you know, my goal is to be doing a show Monday through Friday. And we have a lot of big events coming up, a lot of big news. You know, Sunday, the NBA lottery. Then we get ready for the NBA draft. We've got the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs. We've got major golf tournaments we'll be discussing. We've got a lot of things going on, right? There are going to be trades. Then you have, as I said, the NBA draft gets us right into free agency on July 1st, which is right around the corner. I mean, it is May. Then that gets us into free agency, summer league. And then what happens? Football camps open, and we get rolling right into football season. And then basketball starts, and we are going full head of steam. We're going full with a full head of steam, and we're going fast. And we're going to be doing a lot of content. All right? So there, and that's exactly right. John says, nothing will stop me from barbecuing. You're 100% correct. All right? Said, yes, sorry, I should not complain. You know, you can do what you want. I don't control your emotions and what you like to do and what you don't like to do. What I'm telling you is I appreciate your support, each and every one of you. It means the world to me. That's why I'm doing these shows. But I can't control what a company does. You understand? Like, I have no control over that. So what good does it do for me to stew and get all upset? Life is too short, right? Life's too short. I'm not going to worry about that stuff. All right? So enjoy what you have. And we'll just agree that we're fortunate that we have a platform like this, because, you know, the reality is years ago, if a company had taken a show off the air, you didn't have any options. You're like, wow, now you got tons of options, right? I can do a live YouTube show and on X like now. I can do a recorded show. I can do videos. I can do things that are available now that weren't available even 10 years ago. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're with me. And I keep saying this, just subscribe to the channel, follow us on X, and you'll always know when we are doing content. All right? What do you want the reasoning to be? They were not happy with their profit margin in their company. I don't know what else to say. It was a dollars and cents decision, nothing else. Again, that is pretty uniform across the board in broadcasting. Almost every day when you go on the internet, you see cuts at ESPN, ABC, NBC, CNN, Fox, right? You see people getting eliminated in radio, the Tom Tolberts of the world, right? Like I can go on and on and on. What was the announcer in Sacramento here that we just, Kyle Draper, right? Like things happen, right? Things happen. So like, don't worry about it. Just like, be happy with what you have. Like you don't need a reason of why everything happens all the time. Like what difference does that make? How about this? 15 years ago, I called Grant from a bike trail, listened to him on a Sony Walkman with a brand new cell phone. That's beautiful. That's maybe 20 years ago. I was going to say 20 years ago. All right. I love that. I love that. Said, happy to have you here with us, Grant. Well, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. That's why I'm doing the show. All right. And you know what else? My sponsors, they're loyal to me. I'm loyal to them. I hope you're loyal to my sponsors as well, especially when it comes to plumbing. New Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. Water heaters, water line repair, sewer repair, water filtration, gas lines. Call the number on your screen or newworksplumbing.com. New Works Plumbing, they've got a fix for you, again, for all of your plumbing needs and repairs. Make sure you think of New Works Plumbing. All right, you can give me a call if you want. Actually, we've got Patrick. Patrick, all the way from New York. How are you, Patrick?
How you doing, Grant?
Good, Patrick. How are you?
Good. I just want to opine quick. I enjoy this format. When you had the radio show, I called you occasionally, but I didn't call you as much as I did here because
Yep.
I always feel like when you're on the radio, you have to have a hot take. And I know you're only limited to maybe like 2 or 3 minutes for a question. And then plus, I'm from the New York market, so I can't really relate to Sacramento sports. I mean, I did the best I can, but I didn't think it would be interesting in that format that you had on the radio station. And
Yeah, I understand. I understand completely. I get you. I get you loud and clear.
and I'll be upfront. It was easier for me to text you or go on the line, and I know, being that you're the host, that you can filter out what you wanted me to say and what you didn't want me to say. But I totally get it because you were the host. It was a more strict format. I know you have commercials and ads and stuff, but here I don't feel as much pressure to talk. You know,
It's very laid back. It's a very casual atmosphere. It's very easy. It's almost like, we're just having a conversation as if we were, sitting on the Long Island Railroad together, or whatever.
Oh, I mean, sure. I was there tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What stop do you get off at on the Long Island Railroad?
Well, I haven't had my car for a week. I lent it to my son, so I'm only going from Babylon to Wantagh. My wife
Babylon to Wantagh. Okay,
yeah, it's only 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so.
a quick trip. Yeah.
Yes. So, but I've been listening to Ryan on the way home on the railroad, so that's been pretty good. So
I love it. That's great, man. I'm happy to hear that. That's good.
Yeah. So what do you think of the Knicks game tonight to have you on?
Again, if Joel Embiid doesn't play, I don't think there's any way Philadelphia can win the series. And I really think the Knicks are fortunate he didn't play tonight, because I think if he had played, they would have won the game. So listen, I like the way the Knicks played in the final 3 minutes when it was really a 2-point game the whole way. There were, I think, the most lead changes we've had in years. the game was up for grabs with 3 minutes left, and I like the way the Knicks played down the stretch. And they got the shots, they got the stops, and now they have put Philly in pretty much a must-win situation, not for Game 3, but Games 3 and 4. Philly has to go back and win too. And Patrick, I know you've been following this being in New York, but the next big question in this series is how many Knicks fans will be in Philadelphia for Game 3?
Oh man, yeah. I'd say at least 40%.
Yep, I agree.
Easy.
Yep.
And the other thing we got to worry about is OG. Supposedly he came gimping at the with 3 minutes left in the game tonight.
Yeah.
After he did a dunk attempt, but there's nothing official yet, though. It's just
nothing yet.
Conjecture right now. So hopefully he's not a hamstring or anything like that. I don't want to say that, but you know. Hey, thanks again, man, and congratulations. And not congratulations, but good luck moving forward.
Yeah, all good, Patrick. I appreciate you. You know that. You take care. Have a good night. Okay.
All right. Thanks again, bud. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Patrick. Love Patrick. The Spurs have built up the lead to now 9, 33-24, with 8:26 left to go in the first half. Knicks win, Giants lose, A's lose. The Buffalo Sabres beat the Canadiens 4-2. There's 3:35 left to go in the first. The Ducks have outshot the Knights, I think 12-5. They've been on the power play. They've had 2 5-on-3s, and they have not been able to capitalize. They have dominated the first period, but the game is scoreless in Vegas. The game is currently scoreless. So, all right, we got a lot on the table here. We got a lot going on. Said Buffalo versus Vegas is my hope for the Stanley Cup. Tell you, it's going to be really difficult to beat Colorado. Not saying their series is over yet, but it is going to be really difficult. San Francisco Giants are a total mess. Yes, they are a total mess. Lance Armstrong is 100% not an American hero. And if you think he's an American hero, then I'm sorry, you are on a different planet than I am. He's an American disgrace. He's an American disgrace. He's not an American hero. He's one of the biggest disgraces in the history of American sport. So if you think he's an American hero, your definition of hero and my definition of hero are a lot different. Vegas on an 18 kills of 18 in the last 5 games. How about that, Napes? I can't wait to see Avalanche power play against this kind of penalty killing defense. Well, if you think this series is over, come on, Baki. There's a long way to go. All right? There's a long way to go. Down to 2:45 left in the first and no score. I didn't watch a lot of WWE with Hulk Hogan, no. 36-24 Spurs over Minnesota. Again, the baseball story. Giants lose. A's drop another game on the East Coast. I got one eye here. I got one eye over there on that game. I love it. I love watching all the games at once. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Hey, don't forget about Sunrise Landing. Right now, they've got 3 homes that are turnkey. You sign the contract, close, and you are in your house. All right? They've got 4 or 5 right now available for move-in right after the official start of summer, where you can pick out your interiors. All right? That's Sunrise Landing in Calusa, Blazona Development Project. I-5, Highway 45, Highway 20 will get you there. Remember, adjacent to the Calusa Golf and Country Club, Sunrise Landing, 6 miles to choose from. They have moved their phases along very nicely. CalusaSunrise.com will get you the information. You can look at floor plans. You can look at lot sizes. You can look at availability. That's CalusaSunrise.com in Sunrise Landing. All right. Let me get you update on that score. 36-24. 5 minutes gone by. Spurs must win. Let's just call it the way it is. It is a must win for the Spurs. No way they're going to lose at home and bounce back. Not happening. Fox, much better games far with 12 points. That's got to be the every game De'Aaron Fox. That has to be the every De'Aaron Fox. All right. Said Bucky making predictions. Just a prediction. I understand, buddy. All right. I understand. Said, I would rather have Şengün than Sabonis. I wouldn't. Said, Lance Armstrong is a legend. You must admit that. Well, Son of Sam was a legendary figure, and he was a serial killer in New York. So, like, I mean, you know, Lance Armstrong was an American embarrassment and an American disgrace. Now, if you want to talk about how much money with the yellow wristband they raised for cancer, that's never a negative when you're able to raise money to help out those in need and the ongoing science of cancer prevention and cures. But, like, you can't defend Lance Armstrong. Come on. All right. Seriously. I mean, let's not get carried away here. Please. Let's not get carried away. All right, still scoreless. Anaheim and Vegas. 36-24. Spurs leading the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know if you follow hockey a lot, but, like, if you dominate a period of hockey like the Ducks have, and you go into the locker room not leading, that can be very demoralizing. They have absolutely dominated. They are peppering Connor Hart and the Vegas goal, and they just cannot. They cannot beat Connor Hart and that Vegas defense. They have had so many opportunities here in the first period. They've missed open nets. They've been on the doorstep, and they can't do it. Why would I rather have Sabonis than Şengün? Because I think he's an overall better player. I think he's more consistent. Different types of players. But did you see that Şengün in the NBA Players Poll was rated as the most overrated player in the NBA? Which I found to be interesting. Did you see that? Very interesting when I saw that. Very interesting. Hey, don't forget about Bennett's, Sacramento, Roseville, the West Side Grill in Rockland. Make sure you check out Bennett's Restaurants.com. Make a reservation. Check out their menu. Prime seafood and steaks at Bennett's. Make sure you tell the staff hello when you walk in. They are awesome. I love Bennett's. They do a great job. Say hello to Brian and the staff, regardless of the location that you are in. Again, Sacramento, Roseville, and the West Side Grill. Well, it might be best for you, but there are other people that watch the stream. So I've taken an informal poll, and most people that responded want the show on now at this time. Now, will there be some times when I do a show at 5 o'clock? Yes. Yes, there will. Boy, no score at the end of one in a period dominated by Anaheim. Dominated. What moves should the San Francisco Giants make? Seems like they need a shakeup. Well, they need new hitters, that's for sure. Listen, I go back and forth on whether Bond should be in the Hall of Fame. You know, that whole era. I don't know what. I really mean that. I don't know what to say on that. Is Bonds one of the greatest baseball players of all time? Yes. Should those that cheated be in the Hall of Fame? Well, that's a question that is debated every year, and the answer to that question, based on those that vote, the answer is no, they should not. So, said, in my opinion, since the 22-23 playoffs, Sabonis hasn't developed a mid-range jump shot, hasn't developed post moves, and or playing with his back to the basket, and mostly scores on putbacks. See, I don't agree with you on that. I don't think he scores mostly on putbacks. The guy's a 3-time All-Star, should have been a 5-time All-Star. I think you would even agree that he got screwed for 2 years in a row with Sacramento. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. All right, let's get to some phone calls. John, what's going on tonight, buddy? How are you? What are you cooking?
You wouldn't believe it. You might be upset with me, but I'm cooking chicken, man.
Yeah, not my thing. I'm not coming over for dinner. That's okay.
That's all right. Well, hey, I got asparagus on the side that I'm already nibbling on.
Okay.
And this is delicious grilled asparagus. You cannot go wrong.
Yeah, I love grilled asparagus. You're right.
And,
that is good. You're right about that. I love grilled asparagus. You're right.
Well, you know I love beef, and I'd love to eat it every day, but that wouldn't be good for my figure. So I got to throw some chicken and some fish in there every now and then.
Yeah, you know what? We are very concerned about your figure. You're 100% correct. That is very important.
I need to stay on my bike. I don't want to pop my tires, you know.
No. You do. You definitely, especially when you're going downhill.
Yeah, well, the beard really slows me down going downhill. So, you know, it's a blessing in it.
Yeah, the aerodynamics can be very tricky with a beard like that. I understand.
Yeah, it's tricky. Hey, Grant.
Yeah.
Man, it kind of sucks that everything happened over the last couple days, but it's kind of cool that it's the same as it was. You know, Ryan's got his show in the day, and I know you'll be hopping on there every now and then. And you got your show at night, and we can't always make the night show. We can't always make the day show, but man, we're going to keep doing this, Grant. It doesn't,
thank you, buddy.
You know, we're going to keep doing it. It's not going to stop me from barbecuing. And, you know, you could pick up, I just hit my thing. A little better now.
Don't burn your food. Don't burn your food.
Yeah. It's already off. It's already off. Can you smell it?
No, I can't.
Well, hey, the day when somebody comes with that, with the smell of podcast, all right, we're gonna be having things then. We're gonna be having it. But man, we're doing the same thing we've been doing, Grant, for so long. Keep up the great work. And I called Ryan too. I called Ryan yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Or the previous day. And I said, man, keep up the great work. You're doing it. And don't let shit bother you. Sometimes it's best not to let anything bother you. Some people are always worried about stuff, and they need to come in and bother you about what you're doing. So just keep up the fucking great work, man. Here we are. We're keeping it up. We're doing it. It's fun, man.
You're a piece of work, man.
I'm just regular. I'm flesh and bone, all right? Just like all of us.
Unbelievable. You're a beauty. All right, man.
Ryan brought up the when we were at the beer fest the other day, and he kind of told the story. He was a little bit off. So what he said was something happened and some tickets blew to me. Well, what happened was there was a huge wind that came off, and it blew a table inside of the venue down. Tons of crap came flying around. A bunch were tickets and water bottles. So there was like 10 or 15 of us that were just given bags to help clean up. We were cleaning up bottles and all kinds of crap that was flying around. Well, 3 tickets just lodged inside the shoe that I was wearing. And I was thinking it had to be God that made that happen. Just for that little moment, it was weird. It was weird at that moment. I don't believe in karma, but I do believe in in happenstance. And it was fun as hell that day, Grant. And keep up the great work, man. We're gonna have a million more stories. We're gonna have a million more of these.
Enjoy your dinner, buddy. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Grant, keep it up, bro. Don't stop.
Thank you, buddy. Bye-bye now. Take care. That's good stuff from John. Doing his barbecuing each and every night. He's got it going on, man. He's got it going on. I absolutely love it. Love it. Yes. Love it. Cooking segment and life coaching is so 2026. That's very true. You know? That is true. We got travel. We got cooking. We got everything here. I got to figure out like what my next trip's going to be. I got to think where I'm going to go. I still want to do a golf trip. Be nice if we could get everybody together. Do golf somewhere. You know? Love it. Said, Grant, if the Ducks go through this series, all right, if they go, I will go all over Serbia yelling, oh, stop it. Am I going to stay in Sacramento? I'm going to be in a lot of different places. How do you become a sponsor of my show? I'll tell you right now. Good question. Thank you very much. Send me an email. All right. Send me an email. I'll put it up on the screen for you. gnapier@gmail.com. gnapier@gmail.com. Drop me an email and we can converse that way. All right. Send me an email. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Love to have you on as a sponsor. And if you have a business or if you know somebody that would be interested in sponsoring the show, send me an email. gnapier@gmail.com. All right, let me get you updated if you're not watching the game. Spurs 48, Timberwolves 32. 3 minutes left to go in a half. How about Minnesota with only 32 points in the first half, 3 minutes gone by? What's the deal with all of these low-scoring games, huh? Like, I mean, bizarre, huh? Bizarre. End of one, no score, Anaheim in Vegas. Baseball, we told you, Giants lose, A's lose. What do you want to talk about? Fire away. Keep the questions coming right here on if you don't like that. Serbia's waiting for me, huh? Yeah, I'm going to make it there. I got to figure out when. I am going to make it there. I have to. I love that part. I love that part of Europe. I love that part of the Adriatic. I love going down to Montenegro, Luštica Bay, and all the other nooks and crannies along that coast up to Dubrovnik in Croatia. And obviously going inland to where Baki lives over in Serbia. But I love that part of the world. God, that's beautiful. Love driving from Montenegro to Dubrovnik, taking the car ferry across one part of the journey instead of driving all the way around. Easy peasy. Love it. Absolutely love it. I've been to Greece before. Love Greece. Great country. Love it. I know Baki goes to Greece a lot. But yeah, I love Greece. Love it. Was in Athens for a while back in 2007. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Beautiful city. I love Greece. Now, I would love to get to some of the islands, which I have not done yet. But yeah. Said Luštica and that sun. We're going to rock at the seaside. There you go. We can play golf there too. They got a brand new golf course. Gary Player designed golf course. 18-hole championship golf course overlooking the water. Beautiful. You know? Yeah, you can't go wrong with Italy. San Marino, Italy, awesome as well. Went there once for the MotoGP. Yes. Love it. Yes. Athens, Greece. Yes. All right. My favorite place traveling with the Kings internationally, China. We went to Shanghai and Beijing twice, and that was great. That was great. I love both of those cities. You know, when you're walking on the Great Wall of China, I've been on the Great Wall now 3 different times. I went twice my last trip. I love the Great Wall. Man, that is a trip. When you're walking on the Great Wall of China, like that's a trip. Like that's like I cannot believe I'm here. You know? Like I cannot believe that I'm here. That's what that trip's like. That's awesome. Love it. That is, if you ever get a chance, do not pass up going to the Great Wall of China. Appreciate it, man. We'll be here. Follow us, subscribe. All right. I should rate restaurants. I don't eat out enough where I can rate restaurants. I can't do that. You know? Said, I take my family to San Marino this year from Montenegro to Italy, across the Adriatic, full coast-to-coast cruiser. Love that, man. The air is too bad in China. At sometimes during the year it is, yes. Guess what? The air is pretty bad in Sacramento sometimes too, especially when you have the fires going. So yeah, that's very true. You know, very true. There are certain areas of the world during certain times of the year, it's really bad. How restrictive is China to Americans? Not at all. It's not restrictive at all. If you have your visa, it's not restrictive at all. So we should have a movie night and get sponsored by Fandango. I got to find out if Rhino's watched Shawshank Redemption yet. You know? Lynn's rooting for the Spurs. They're blowing away the Timberwolves. That game's almost over. Almost. I can't say that after the Detroit-Orlando game of last week. 59-35. Wow. 59-35. What's going on? I've been watching a hockey game mostly. 59-35. Wembanyama, 14 points, 9 rebounds already. Fox, 14 points. Blowing out the Timberwolves with 5 seconds left to go in a half. Blowing them out. Lynn's got to be happy. And now we're at the break. 35-18, the score of the second quarter. Spurs blowing out the Timberwolves. They outscore them 24-17 in the first, 35-18 in the second, and it is 59-35 at the break. And as Warner Wolf used to say, Patrick, you ever watch Warner Wolf on Channel 2? You could have turned the sense off right there. He'd be doing the highlights, right, Patrick? You know what I'm talking about? Turn the sense off right there. And if you took the Timberwolves and 19 points, you lost. Remember, we used to hold up the numbers on the poster board. You remember that, Patrick? Channel 2 in New York, the great Warner Wolf. Let's go to the videotape. The Yankees tonight, they beat the Orioles 4-2. Let me take you to Yankee Stadium. Let's go to the videotape. The Rangers beat the Bruins 5-1. Let's go to the videotape. Love it. The great Warner Wolf. Love it. Love it. No, Ryan, as of right now, does not have his passport, but don't worry. We're going to stay with it. Don't worry about it. We're going to stay with it. All right? Let's go to the videotape. The great Warner Wolf. One of my favorites. Best advice I ever got in broadcasting was from Warner Wolf in his book. Warner Wolf wrote in his book about sports broadcasting in this business. and I'm paraphrasing. He said, you know how some people say, start at the top? If you can start at the top, not in this business. You need to be reading the news in the middle of the night when nobody's listening. You need to be able to work in a small market with a very small audience, where if you make a mistake, nobody's going to really care. He said, you need to learn the business. You need to start small. You need to learn the business. You need to learn how to do multiple jobs in addition to what you want to do. And I thought, wow, that is so spot on. Got to learn the business. You got to read the news at 2 a.m. when nobody's listening. And in my case, 6 a.m, reading the funeral report in Bowling Green, Ohio, brought to you by Klotz Flowers on East Wooster Street. Being a news photographer, going out and shooting accidents, city council meetings, shooting my own video at football games, my own video at baseball games, basketball games, coming back to the station, editing my own video, putting together, editing my sportscast, producing it, editing it, anchoring it. Got to do it all. You got to be a one-man band. Warner Wolf was spot on. Some of the best advice I ever got was from his book. It's great. Great. Said the Giants bullpen is weak too, especially Walker. He's been lousy. The whole team's been lousy. But how about that lineup? Boy, that's bad. What a horrible lineup, huh? What a bad lineup. Bad lineup. All right. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, the King's Court. I'll be back here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Love this format. Love all the text messages. And if you want some new ideas for the show, let me know. Remember, it's not my show. It's our show. So if you have some ideas, let me know. And don't forget to check out the King's Court with Rhino in Sacktown tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I got to even check if Warner Wolf's still alive, Patrick. Is he? I should know the answer to that. I believe he is. But boy, he's got to be up there in 8. Maybe not. I got to check that out, Patrick. Thank you. You have a good night, too. Everyone, stay safe. Getting ready to watch period number 2, the Ducks and the Knights from Vegas. Spurs, they're going to even up the series at a game apiece. There's no way they're going to melt in the second half. Not happening. 3 o'clock tomorrow, right here, YouTube, X, Rhino, the King's Court, and then I'm back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Appreciate all of you. Even those of you that agitate me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't ever forget that. All right? Yes, I was a sports director at KRBK. Yes. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Take care, everybody. Thanks very much. We will talk to you tomorrow. And I really mean this. Stay safe. Bye-bye.